shots fired. Offender down.
Film with me, brother.
Get away from me.
I can't sit back here, man. You're gonna have to. Ow, ow, ow. God.
You don't think I won't put you in my car?
I bet you got with these.
I will put you in the back of my car. Go over there. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Watch as police abuse their power across America. When citizens defend themselves, officers arrest the victims. During an eviction, cops become thieves. When the elderly speak up, they face brutal takedowns. This footage reveals what happens when badges ignore the law. March 1st, 2025, in Ayer, Massachusetts, an auditor went to Littleton Road to stress test his First Amendment right at the local Gage Cannabis Company. To do this, he started recording from the outside of the building, which included any passerby who got caught in the middle. As always, though, it didn't take long for someone to get annoyed by it and put a stop to what the auditor was doing immediately.
What's up?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. How are you?
Good. Can I help you? What's going on?
Can you help me?
Yeah.
What do you have any experience in photography at all, or?
No. Just
Oh yeah,
what
so
you're doing.
I mean, you probably can't help then. No.
Maybe I can find somebody to help. Or
Does
just-
anybody do any photography or anything in there?
Not
Or maybe like a bottle of water?
a bottle of water. I don't have any bottles of water. Sorry. Yeah. I was just kind of figuring out what you're doing. We just had a couple of customers complain about filming their cars.
About filming the cars?
About filming their cars. And
Oh.
going into the store and such.
Do you know what the First Amendment is?
I do.
Yeah. Do you support the Constitution?
I do. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're doing. I've seen the videos on.
All right, cool.
But just want to see if we could help you.
If you could
we
help
can
me,
help-
yeah.
help
No,
you with
I mean
anything. You got any questions or anything like that?
anything other than photography or a bottle of water. No, I'm pretty all set, man.
Okay, sounds good.
Have a good one though.
You as well. Careful out here, though. That's what I'm telling you.
Apart from that lady rudely flipping him off at the end, it seemed as if that one complaint was the most resistant the auditor would face. In fact, a man later came back around 2 minutes later and showcased an act of kindness by handing the auditor a bottle of water. Of course, it only took 2 sentences to realize he was just kindly telling him to leave.
What's going on? You got a bottle of water for me? Dude,
I got two.
my man.
I remember we had some.
My man. Thank you very much.
Hey, just concerned about your safety. We're not going to call the cops or anything like
Oh,
that.
okay.
We do support the First Amendment
Cool.
as well, legal cannabis.
Sweet.
But there's a sidewalk right over there. I don't want you to get hit by a car.
I'm not gonna get hit by a car. I'm watching the road. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah, no
I
worries.
appreciate it. Thank you.
So like I said, we're not going to call the police or anything like that.
Sweet.
I don't know how long you plan on being out here. It's
Probably
kinda
just a
chill.
couple, 2-3 hours.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. It is the state highway too. So I don't know. People fly. There's a lot of accidents right here.
And no, seriously, I appreciate your concern, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Let us know if you have any questions.
You got it. Have a good one.
While some people were polite about it, there are always a few who will take things to an extreme level. Such was the case with a civilian who was fed up with a person exercising their first constitutional right that they began assaulting them.
Let's see what this guy has to say.
Film with me, brother.
Get away from me. Get away from me, dude. Get away from me. Get the away from me. Yeah. Get away. Get away. Go. 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 Didn't think so. Didn't think so, buddy. See ya. Adios. Hasta luego. Oh, let's see. It did the first time. You want to go for a second? Oh, no, there you go. You didn't kill me the first time. What stopped you? All right, Mr. Shorts. See you later, buddy.
Obviously, it didn't take long for officers from the local police department to arrive on the scene shortly thereafter due to a report stating that an individual matching the auditor's description had pepper sprayed someone because, of course, they somehow glossed over the fact he was assaulted first. Although the auditor could have just explained what happened, he decided to let things play out and let himself be detained.
Let's see what's going on.
Sir.
How's it going?
Sorry, I'm Officer Splint with the Police Department. What's going on?
Oh, I have no idea.
You have no idea?
No, what's going on? Did dispatch not tell you what's going on, or?
So we got a call that somebody matching your description pepper sprayed an individual that is now inside there.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
I have no idea. I didn't hear the phone call. I have no idea.
Okay. Did you pepper spray somebody?
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay. You can turn around, put your hands behind your back. Okay, you're
Cool.
being detained.
Yep, you got
Okay.
it. Yep.
Perfect. Can you take that? He's gonna hold that for you, so you don't have to put it in
Okay.
the snow. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want you
sure.
to damage
You
anything.
got it. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you being cooperative.
Yeah, you got it, man. So you just go on hearsay, or is that what you guys usually do around here? Or?
So we had a report of an assault.
Yep.
Description of somebody.
Yep.
They were standing out here doing exactly what you said they were doing.
Wait, hold on. You want to just?
We're
repeat
just
that?
detaining you. You're not under arrest.
No. Yeah.
All right.
I just want to know.
We just have to figure out
that's
what's
all.
going on. Okay, so
Yep.
we have a report that you
Sure.
assaulted somebody
Cool.
with pepper spray. Okay. So obviously that's a very serious accusation.
Yeah, that's an interesting
And,
report.
it would probably be a little foolish for me to just let you have
Yeah,
freedom
sure.
of movement,
Sure.
be able to reach wherever you wanted,
cool,
and
cool.
possibly assault me or somebody else.
Yeah, go
okay?
for it, man.
So right now you're just being detained.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna walk over to my vehicle. We're
Cool.
gonna get out of the roadway so you don't
All
get
right.
hit.
You guys got body cams on? No, we're actually requesting evaluation process.
Apparently, the officers, in fact, did not have their body cameras on during this interaction. While that may not be illegal, it is very heavily frowned upon as officers are meant to wear them during police activity, since it promotes transparency and solves disputes by providing almost irrefutable evidence of what actually occurred. In any case, upon approach, the officers immediately detained the auditor without reviewing any footage or conducting an independent investigation.
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Officer Jared Splint, badge number 10. This is Officer Murphy. Badge number 14. Number 14. Do you have any weapons on you besides pepper spray? No. Okay. Do me a favor. Can you separate your feet? Yeah. Turn your toes out to one side. Okay. Lean forward at the waist. Thank you, sir.
Can you just report it for safety? Is that possible?
Where's the pepper spray at? Where's pepper spray at? Just bottle of water here?
Yep. So is there a reason you don't want to record? Like, I know you guys' department doesn't have body cams, that's fine, but is
Yeah,
there a
it's-
reason you don't want to
It's
record?
still audio recording.
I know,
I'm
but
not-
He's
I'm
gonna
not-
have something
he's gonna
you
focus
guys
on
have
what's
something
happening
against,
here.
like visual recording too, or?
No, actually,
but-
they have
No?
cameras right over here at Gauge too.
Oh, sweet.
So we are on
so it
camera
shouldn't be
at
a
some
problem
point.
then, right? It shouldn't be a
Right.
problem then,
Well,
right?
he's going to focus on what we're doing here instead of focusing on video and getting a good shot for you, okay? It still is recording, though. All right? No problem. All right. Pepper spray is still up there. Yeah, I already got it.
What's important to note here is that instead of verifying the allegations first, the officers escalated the situation by demanding the auditor place his hands behind his back. Although they could see that the auditor had a camera recording the whole time, they didn't stop to see if it captured the truth behind the incident and instead trusted the brazen words of a random 911 call. Due to such inadequate investigations like this, many times do people get convicted for the wrong reasons. Moreover, if word of their incompetence gets out to their department, they could face a series of consequences such as warnings, suspensions, demotions, termination, etc. Despite being aware of this though, they continued unlawfully detaining the auditor.
I appreciate you being cooperative. You've been cool with us. We'll be cool with you.
Hey, so can I?
You're gonna stay with him.
Again, what's the reason that I'm being detained?
Okay, you've been accused of assaulting somebody with pepper spray.
I'm
Okay?
being accused of assaulting somebody with pepper spray.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So right now you're being detained while we verify that accusation.
Yep.
We're gonna get a pattern of facts here. See what actually took place.
Cool. Do you want me to stop the recording and then show you the recording and show you what happened on my phone? That would be evidence enough to show exactly what's going on here, right?
How about you stop that now?
Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back.
I'm gonna go
guys.
in and
We'll be right back.
So as you guys can see, obviously, I was not able to get right back to you. Right after I showed them the video on my phone, they told me that there was nothing they could do. They had already made the arrest after they only told me it was a detainment. I'm faced with 3 different charges, 2 of which are felonies. I got assault and battery and assault with a deadly weapon. And they charged me with assault on somebody over 6 years old.
So, even after the officers reviewed the footage, proving that the auditor had acted in self-defense, they refused to reverse their decision, stating that the arrest had already been processed and then charged him with multiple offenses, including assault and battery with a deadly weapon. Not only did this speak to their incompetence, but it also showed that these officers completely violated the man's 4th constitutional rights. In the aftermath, the auditor sought out legal counsel to fight the wrongful accusations. Nothing else is known regarding this incident as of the date of this recording. While these officers were more lazy than anything, the ones in this next incident were genuine criminals, as they actively robbed a person undergoing an eviction. Somewhere in January 2021, Smith County, Texas, 3 officers from the local police department were called in to help evict someone from a Tyler residence after they failed to pay their rent. While they were doing so, they accidentally turned on their body cam. What it captured, though, was a secret they tried to take with them to their graves.
Hold on. Hold on, don't come down here.
Yeah.
Let me see. Put them in my shirt. Hey, Gamble. Hold on.
Oh, you got some cocaine?
Oh.
Damn, everything empty. So,
This can go up in here. This is that box, right?
Yeah.
We set that on that dresser.
What's this?
A box. Hold on. Second, you got this bong. Hold on. Hold on. I didn't get to check them. Huh? Oh no, there's a whole bunch in the other bag too. So we can roll this out. But we're missing a small handgun. I can tell you that now.
You probably got it.
But I found some bullets. It was the bullets on top of that. I didn't go through them.
If not for body cams, no one would ever be the wiser and know that these low-life hyenas were posing as police officers and basically robbing someone blind. Luckily, these morons were stupid enough not to know how their cameras worked and basically documented their theft. Sadly, their thievery didn't limit itself to just a few items.
That's her purse. Look in it. Oh, we got some dope. Cause we told him to get out. That's the little girl purse. What Derek get?
You went upstairs and checked some stuff.
Let me check, cause there was a room. I didn't check. I don't have them. Cause there was one. You good? Check these drawers. check these drawers. Yeah, we got 2 hours. Y'all check these out. Oh, oh, it's GNC. Damn. Thought I hit some pills. Empty. Huh? Yeah. What you find? Let me see what he. Yeah, it was a room I went to check. It was dark. That's the pistol. Okay. Where Derek? Down or up? What is it? This is about last night. Pissed off. I beg you. Sure would hate to sanitize it. Oakley glasses.
At this point, I think you can gather what kept happening throughout the entire search. On another note, even if they weren't stealing anything, no eviction grants an officer the right to search the entire premises until the process is complete. Considering that there were many items still in the house, it's safe to say it hadn't been. So on top of getting a penalty of 10 years in prison for theft, these horrible black guards violated the tenant's 4th constitutional right. Once they finished with their heist, the thieves switched into cop mode and started talking with the lady outside.
How do I get in this damn pocket? Yeah. It's just the cat.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he ran under that first chair. Thank you. But they coming in, so I guess get them out. They can wait in their car. Huh? Yeah. Hey.
In the end, they stole watches, ammunition, cash, Oakley sunglasses, Ray-Ban sunglasses, makeup, and a safe containing antique coins, a quarter collection, military medals, a diploma, a birth certificate, and a social security card. What's questionable though is why they'd need the birth certificate until you realize it can be used to launder money or force the person to take on debts. Not only did this mean that they were experienced enough in this craft already, but they were going to continue to cripple and harm this tenant's life more than they had already done so. Thankfully, their idiocy was revealed in the form of their active body cam, which, once reviewed by their department, immediately got them arrested. The Constable Deputy Traylor Harris was sentenced to 5 years probation in December 2022, following a guilty verdict during a trial for property theft by a public servant. He was also ordered to pay a $10,000 fine. If he broke that probation, he would go to a state jail facility for 2 years. Instead of outright just firing him though, the Commissioner's Court let him resign. While these cops were criminals in disguise, there are actual cops who behave equally horribly on a daily basis. An example of this is present in this next case. On March 2nd, 2025, in Flagler Beach, Florida, an auditor was testing his First Amendment right to free speech by holding up a sign that said, "God bless homeless veterans," right in front of a Funky Pelican restaurant. While he was doing so though, another member of the public came out with a sign of his own mocking the auditor, which resulted in a heated argument.
This is the Funky Pelican. The Funky Pelican is another business that thinks they own the public sidewalk. You seem to have an issue with me standing on the public sidewalk saying, "God bless the homeless veterans."
No, I actually don't have an issue with that
Okay.
at all.
Can I see what your sign says? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You seem to, it's like you got an issue with it. You're coming out here with a sign saying, "Don't give him money." You're acting like I don't have a job. See, The thing is, you don't understand. All I'm doing is saying God bless the homeless veterans on public property.
And what I'm saying is, I'm a veteran also, and I don't understand why you're doing it in front of this business.
Because I feel like it. Because I served the military, I swore an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution, and I have a right to do it right in front of this business or anywhere on this public sidewalk. And I have heard that the Funky Pelican runs homeless people off when they come out here with signs. Yeah, I've heard that. Is that true?
Meanwhile, although she had no jurisdiction over this, one of the staff members called the police and claimed that the man was harassing their guests and needed to be charged for trespassing from a public sidewalk of all places.
Hi, I have a gentleman outside of our restaurant at Funky Pelican. Has like a homeless man sign, and I'd just like him trespass, please. Flagler Beach, Funky Pelican.
Okay, and what is he doing?
He's harassing all of our guests, and he's standing out front.
Do you know what the sign says?
Homeless vet.
Okay. And he's still outside now?
Yes.
Do you want him trespassed? You guys are
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Despite never going out of his way to converse with someone nor enter the property itself, this woman tried to drive off a man who was free to do as he pleased under the constitutional rights America grants its citizens. In any case, an officer arrived at the scene shortly after and confronted the auditor.
What's going on, man?
Not much, sir.
Doing good. What's going on today?
I'm just out here spreading the message, man.
All right. Well, they want you trespassing from here.
They can't trespass me.
They can trespass you from here.
They can't.
Why is that?
Trespass me, well, specifically where?
In front of the Funky Pelican, and technically, can trespass you from this entire boardwalk area.
Okay, go ahead and do it. I won't leave your restaurant for once. But I'd rather you not. Okay. You can't trespass me from the sidewalk. All right, so your officer, Luttrell, L-U-T-T-R-E-L-L.
Good job. You got an ID on you?
I do, and I'm not giving it to you.
Okay. Why is that?
I don't give out my ID. I don't feel comfortable giving my personal information to strangers.
Well, seeing that I'm not just a stranger, and I'm actually doing an investigation now, because there's been accusations of you harassing somebody. So,
Yes, sir. Have you seen me harass anybody?
I'm just telling you what I came to call.
You got hearsay is all you got. Okay. Right. So do an investigation and see what you can do.
Okay.
See what I'm doing.
Stumped, the officer knew the man had a point. Not only did he just go off the word of an unreliable witness, but he also tried to remove someone from a public sidewalk, which would be a big mistake on the officer's part. This is because one cannot trespass on another's property if they have not entered said property, which makes the restaurant staff request completely invalid. Thus, the law enforcer went inside the establishment to speak with who made the call. Instead of investigating, like he should be though, he completely sided with the owners.
Got that. Yeah. He said we can't trespass him. And he won't give me his ID, so.
It's like writing on our chalkboard and harassing all the people like you. I'm like, well, go over there. Just move over there. It's not right in front of people are people, you know?
So you guys don't really want to trespass, you just want to.
Well, I mean, I would like to. I mean, I'm just gonna stand right there.
Okay. Okay. So I can trespass from the Funky Pelican, and then just have to move along. I mean, just cross the walk, just go down there where there's not business. We've got guests coming in, coming out of this heavy traffic flow area. Okay. And stand right there. It's something like this. All right, no, I got you. Okay. I mean, what he's doing is technically, it's not breaking any laws, but I'll try to get him. Appreciate you.
The key thing to note here going forward is that the officer himself admitted that the auditor wasn't breaking any laws. This meant that although he could try to convince him to leave, he was not under any circumstances allowed to force the auditor off the property, as that would be a violation of his rights. Keeping this in mind, we now go over to see how this cop would handle the situation.
All right, man. So, we we can do is trespass you from the Funky Pelican, and the only thing they're asking is to just move down one way or the other. Simple request.
I got you. I'd rather not. I'd spread the message right here where okay. Traffic people come across the crosswalk and lots of traffic through here, that's all.
Okay. So if you stood over there, that's going to not spread your message?
I'd just prefer to stand here.
Okay. You don't have a name? You don't have anything?
My name is Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay. Last name?
I'd rather not get my last name.
Okay. So,
how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Let me see the back of your sign. Okay.
So, doesn't want to give ID. Said we can't trespass him from here. He's going to get trespassed verbally from Funky Pelican.
So they're trespassing me from in there?
Yes.
And actually, we can trespass you from here. We can, they can, but we can. They can.
Give it a try.
Okay. So,
if you trespass me from here, I will not leave. You can take me to jail if you want to, but I'd rather not do that. You cannot trespass me from a public sidewalk.
Why do you think that?
Because I know that. What's your name? Yevington? Why would you think that you can trespass me from a public sidewalk?
Because this is our boardwalk and our pier.
It's public property, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And we can trespass people.
If you're a dumb dummy, you think that.
Okay.
Dumb dummy.
Okay.
All right?
Why are you getting so nervous that you're twitching?
Don't be a dumb dummy.
Okay.
All right.
So, let me just explain it to
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
Okay. So, we're going to ask you to leave, okay, from here. If you don't leave...
I'm not leaving.
Okay.
I refuse to leave.
So you're refusing to leave?
I am refusing to leave.
Okay. All right, let's leave. All
right.
Despite knowing for a fact that this man did not do anything wrong and earlier admitting to it, these deplorable brutes decided to cuff him anyway. Naturally, since you cannot be legally trespassed from a sidewalk unless you're really that big of a nuisance, which the auditor wasn't, the officers violated the victim's fourth constitutional rights via unreasonable seizure.
Didn't have to be this way. All right, now. I know. Get my sign, that's my property. Yep. Yep, we'll get it. We have to double cup. Yep, we will. Yep.
All you had to do was move down one way or the other, 50 feet, 25 feet. That's it.
I have the right to be here. Yep,
Okay.
let's go.
All right.
Get my camera that's over there. Yep, we'll get it. Come on. It's over there.
Come on.
Yep.
Grab my camera from here too, please. This one right here?
Okay.
Which side do you want to go? This side or that side?
You might want to search me and get my gun out of my pocket before you put me in the back seat.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's clean up the gets there.
You have anything else on you? Just gonna poke me, stick
I'm
me,
not
stab
answering
me?
any question. I thought you were in my pocket. I'm off. I'll answer my question. Unbelievable that you guys still do stupid. Why are you trespass somebody from a public sidewalk?
Yep. We asked you.
Who's the supervisor?
You're looking at him.
That's it.
Where's your gun?
I got on the trunk. Gotta tighten these cuffs real quick. Block them so they don't pinch up on it. Alright, well, I'll adjust it real quick.
That's you right there, Supervisor Gunn.
Yep.
Arrest the man for freedom of speech on public property.
Yeah. Yep. Let me guess, you're going to sue me, take me to court, have me arrested, have me fired. The whole 9 yards, ain't you? You do realize we do this every day. We're saying our first trip with Auditor, right?
Okay.
Have a seat.
There's a gas thing. There's a camera right there on the
Okay. Yep. Have a seat.
Okay. Are you serious? We can actually do this.
If this was something they really did do all the time, then it only made it more likely for him to get eventually fired and filed a lawsuit against him for not only violating one person's rights, but many. After infringing upon his freedom some more by conducting an unlawful search, brutes continue to act all high and mighty, thinking they were in the right.
All you had to do was respect my civil rights.
Have a seat.
All you had to do was respect my civil
Have a
rights.
seat.
And I ask you for
This is
that
your
ID,
last
so-
chance to let me go.
Have a
Okay.
seat.
Have a seat, please.
You're violating my rights. Can you please stop violating my rights?
Have a seat.
You know you're violating my rights.
Totally.
And you don't
Seat.
Okay, all you have to do is give us your ID so we can trespass you from the Funky Pelican. We'd be moving on.
I can't fit back here, man.
You're going to have to.
Ow, ow, ow.
God! Alright, I'm gonna run this on teletype real quick.
Once again, it's sickening to think such monsters are what parade our streets and protect our rights. Clearly, unable to fit in the vehicle, the officer, instead of accommodating him, shoved the auditor in with the risk of breaking his neck and then trying to slam the door while the victim's leg wasn't properly inside. This disgusting behavior obviously violated their department's use of force policy and borderlines on assault. On top of that, his misconduct violates a code of conduct policy for law enforcement, which states that officers must take full care of those in their custody, something that this so-called cop completely neglected to do. Thankfully though, when this was reviewed, the charge against Mr. Gray was dropped and Flagler Beach Police Chief Matt Doney requested an internal affairs investigation of the two officers. Sadly, other than City Manager Dale Martin ordering that all city employees receive training, not much else is known regarding this incident as of the date of this recording. Our last case of the day may perhaps be the most gruesome, with an officer tackling and essentially assaulting an elderly man with knee surgery because his ego got hurt. On September 14, 2022, in Riverside County, California, Deputy Robert Glazer was called to a Temecula apartment complex for an incident involving a homeless man. Residents were complaining about him, who told the officer he was staying there with a friend. The following footage showcases the beginning of their interaction.
Verbal abuse to these ladies.
I called her a couple names because I'm fed up with her harassing me every time I come inside.
Okay.
I'm here working for a man. I work for a man in here. He's my good friend.
Okay.
Personal assistant. Can I just set these things
Yeah,
down?
of course.
My bumper. This is my van.
No, I got you.
And so, officer.
Let's walk over here.
What's that?
Let's walk over here.
Sure.
So it's just easier that way.
Yeah, that's
people don't yell and
not a problem. Yeah, officer. This has been an ongoing saga since I came and since I arrived here in July of 20.
Okay.
And so I was just about to get this thing out of here right now because I don't want to be towed away because I'm under terrible scrutiny for nothing. Okay, I'm telling you straight up. You want to know the truth? I'll never lie to an officer. I have done nothing to offend or violate the law in any way, shape, or form here except for using some profanity against that woman because she continues to call me,
the older one or the younger one?
The older one, Carrie. Yeah. And so she is a really nasty woman. I don't know why she continues to blindside me with her harassment and her incessant calling of you guys, unnecessarily, unneeded calls, because she doesn't like the fact that my client was dating a woman that she didn't like, and there was squabbling and fighting going on. Well, then finally, Lynn Marie Filippini, you probably know who she is.
No.
Okay, well, anyway, finally, I don't want to make you feel like you're trapped.
No, that's why I came this way. As long as I can see that way, I'm good.
So anyway, there was a lot of contention and everything. That woman that brought me over here, Lynn, had to leave and vacate the premises for good, and now there's she has a restraining order against her. She can't come back anymore, but there was a lot of contention built up between Lynn and this Carrie. And then Carrie started calling me Lynn's boyfriend, which is entirely untrue. I don't know why she continues to do that. She continues to gossip, call me names, and call me dirty, nasty names. I forget what they were now. They were so awful. But I called it just now. I walk in the door and I hear her calling me as soon as I walk. So I walked up the stairs and I confronted her and said, "Don't you have anything better to do than to talk about my personal business in here?" And she snapped at me again. I go, "You're a cunt." And then I called her a bitch later after some more words were done. And then the after schools lady just immediately calls the management team leader, Bianca Hernandez, very fine people. I have no squalms with her. She has to do her job. I understand that. But here's the thing. They allow a young man who's underage. They want me out here because I'm not of age. It's a 55 and over.
Do you live here?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Technically, I'm not on the lease, and I'm not a registered guest.
Okay.
But I'm an invited guest by a client. My client, he has me come over. He asked her. He said, "Can't I have a friend?" And she said, yeah, you can have a friend here.
It's important to note that this technically is legal, but with certain limitations. While tenants generally have the freedom to invite guests, a guest staying more than a certain amount of time, usually 2 weeks within 6 months, may be considered a tenant and require the landlord's permission and potentially be added to the lease. Since he said he's been there since July, it's naturally been a few months now. So, as long as he was following the rules set by the landlord, there was nothing he was doing that was wrong, since he was living in a space rented by his friend.
You know, I continue to be harassed by some of the people in here, telling me to, put on a shirt, and I don't need to put on a shirt. There's no laws in California telling me I have to keep a shirt on wherever I go, officer. And he's worried about me being seen by the children over here without a shirt on. This guy right here. Yeah.
All right, go over there. I'll
confronted me.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Go over there. I'll deal with you in a minute. Hey.
Hey. Shut up.
Go over there or you're going to end up in the back of my car. You don't think I won't put you in my car?
I bet you not with these.
Put you in the back of my car. Go over there. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You're impeding my investigation, sir. Put your hands or you're going to end up getting tased. Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Because I said so when you're impeding my investigation now.
How am I impeding your investigation, man?
Put your hands behind your back now.
What did I do?
Okay, you're going to get tased.
What?
Put your hands behind your back now.
For what?
Because I said so. You're impeding my investigation, sir.
Wow.
Put your hands behind your back now.
I can't even walk, man. What are you doing?
Sir, put your hands behind your back now.
No matter what this man had done in the past, all he was doing right now was merely voicing his thoughts from a distance. Despite this, the officer aggressively made his way over to him and, without warning, detained Mr. Whaling immediately just because his ego got hurt. Considering how easily he let himself be agitated, Deputy Glazer clearly failed to de-escalate the situation and thus conducted an unlawful arrest. Unfortunately, that wasn't the worst of what he did.
What am I doing?
Put your hands behind your back or you're going to get tased.
Tased for what? I can't.
You're not listening to me.
Just put the cuffs on me, man. Damn.
I didn't say I was going to put cuffs on you, sir.
Well, what are you doing, man?
I put you in the back of my car because you're impeding my investigation.
All I did was show you my knees.
Stop.
What are you talking about?
Stop. I have it all on videos.
Nah, I don't give a up, man. You gonna tackle me and
Sir, you fell to the
I
ground.
told you my knees are up. Lieutenant Smith, man. Yeah, okay.
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
Because I said so.
Wow.
Put your hand, lay down on your stomach, put your hands behind your back. I already asked him to comply, he's not.
My knees are hurting, man. What did I do?
I have already explained it to you. You're impeding my investigation. Now you're going to end up in the back of my car and arrested.
I can't get up.
We'll help you up. Go over there. I'll wait till my partner gets here. Wait for my partner to get here. I asked him to go away.
What did I do?
Stop talking.
I can talk if I want. I'm older than your.
I don't care. Stop. Stop.
What are you doing?
Stay on it. Stay here.
I can't walk.
Stop
trying
to pull away from me, man.
I'm not. How the I pull? Why you think I laid down, man? What's your problem?
Stop. Resisting, man.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Okay. They understand. Oh, you gonna get it. You cow purrs, remember? You gonna get it. Oh, you gonna get it.
While some may believe that this force was warranted since he was resisting arrest, you have to note that it was unlawful to begin with. Under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, any and all citizens can freely speak their minds, regardless of what's happening around them, seeing how, once again, Mr. Whaling was exercising his right from a distance. The officer had no right to detain him, and yet here we are. After a more consistent back and forth between the two, other officers arrived on the scene, took Mr. Whaling away, and placed him in the back of their vehicle.
You're stupid. This is how stupid this motherfucker is. You're stupid. And bring the watchman, the captain or whoever. I got 2 knee replacements and he tackled. Relax, man.
Relax.
This motherfucker tackled me, man. This is what I'm talking about. You know me.
I know you. Let's put handcuffs on you. We'll figure this thing out. Okay?
Wow, no, that man. I told this I had, and he gonna tackle me.
Okay, we'll figure this thing out. Hold on, we'll figure this out.
Stop pulling away. That's the whole reason you're like this, man. Man, I ain't.
Hey, you know me, man.
I know it. Look, and this did this.
Let him put these on. We'll figure this thing out. Okay?
It's a bitch.
I know. Let's get this figured out. Okay?
Got 2 knee replaced, and he gonna tackle me.
What's your side?
Yeah, I know. Man, you know that right? Can you get my phone?
Absolutely. Actually, I don't see your
my
phone.
My phone's in the bushes or somewhere with the cane.
I got your cane.
I can't walk, man.
Okay, we'll figure that out. We'll get it. Yeah.
Can you turn? Look, man, this put these things on this right here. Look how tight these are.
What's your cell phone look like?
It's black. It's right back there. The mother tackled me up in there.
I'm gonna get it for you.
God damn. Wow.
Is there anything else?
Wow.
Just the cell phone?
Oh, wow. Wow.
In the meantime, the backup officers called EMS and began searching for the old man's belongings. As that was happening, Deputy Glazer retrieved his camera and started talking to the landlord, trying to defend the friend who was invited over by stating he couldn't be kicked off the property.
Is there a lease agreement that says that he cannot be here?
He's not saying he cannot be here, but he cannot be here. He's not, well, Bianca, she's not even at work.
Problem is, he's a tenant. And he has all rights as a tenant.
He's
Unless
a
there's,
tenant.
this guy isn't?
The guy you're talking
No,
about?
he has, unless there's rules and regulations that say he can't have
There's
gas.
an eviction in process.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
So until that eviction is done and he is no longer has standing, there's nothing you can do with him.
So
Plain and
he's
simple.
harassing the old seniors.
Well, but she
Her mouth goes, but you, and I tried to stay neutral.
can't go both ways.
It can't, but we were upstairs minding our own business when he
I got
came
you.
in us, pulled his shirt out, flicked his little thing around,
He exposed
grabbed
himself?
his belly,
Oh, did he
didn't
expose?
just his
Okay.
belly, but dirty and nasty.
All right, well, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. All right, you can talk to Bianca about doing a
Here, I gotta file another report.
trespassing. But who's the other gentleman that was walking?
He lives in the corner. He walks his dog with his wife every day. I don't know when he starts
did.
flapping his mouth.
Yep.
Because he does it with the kids
Yep.
too. But he does have 2 bad knees. That is where
Oh, well.
I know. I hear you.
So,
I'm on your side now.
okay. All right.
So when everything else calms down,
If I can just hang tight with you without Carrie, because she's not helping the situation either. So I'll talk with you in a minute, Bethany, okay?
some bottled water?
No, I'm good. I have some. Right now, I need wife's blockout over there, the lady with the dog.
I'll get that for you.
If you can get that for me, and then I'm gonna need his. I guess Danny's talking to that guy.
In the end, the officer went about his day feeling proud for assaulting an elderly man with knee surgery. As for Mr. Whaling, he was arrested and taken to the detention center in Marietta, where he was held for 11.5 hours before he was released. Obviously, since there wasn't anything he legally did wrong, prosecutors ultimately declined to file charges. After being released, the victim unsurprisingly filed a lawsuit alleging unreasonable seizure, unreasonable use of force, and false arrest and demanded $3 million in compensation. As a result, Riverside County paid $498,000 to settle the wrongful arrest lawsuit. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.